Good morning, friends. This is GV Shogmar again, and hope actually my videos are very useful for everyone. And so, some of our friends actually asked me about to talk about supplier relationship management (SRM). So, but it is it's a kind of actually going to be obsolete, but in some companies they are using it, but now most of them actually migrated from SRM to Ariba solutions after SAP has procured Ariba solution. Now it becomes SAP authorized Ariba solutions, right? So it is having more advantages than SRM. So, but actually, people, our friends are asking what is SRM and what is the advantage in it, and how different from ERP. I mean, yeah, ECC or our traditional right? So, in case of a traditional procurement environment, the process is a paper-based, slow, and error-prone, right? Therefore, therefore time, resource, and money expensive. All these things are to be leveraged. So the transaction costs are quite high, and also the value of goods and service are becoming day by day actually moving very high. So the important thing, buying becomes the order of the day, leaving little scope for the procurement team and the corporate decision makers from the understanding the impact of procurement choices and making it huge challenge to consolidate and derive. I can say synergies from the power of procurement across the companies. So the current procurement is going very high our target, and actually we need to be find a solution for that. So for that, actually, SAP has introduced this SRM solutions. So in addition, the procurement departments are consumed by the users to perform routine tasks such as making requisitions, answering questions on requisition status, and so on and so forth. And although few organizations do not have centralized procurement operations, without the technological support of an automated procurement landscape, the procurement department yet to get a tax informing mundane tasks, and instead of focusing on more strategic value-added activities like timely sourcing procedures, contract executions and identifications, and tracking of new suppliers and vendors. So this become a complex things actually. So in a competitive market, you need to be more actually concentrated in these areas, right? To help the organization make their procurement process efficient and effective, to help the procurement teams to focus more on value-added sourcing activities, and to cut their procurement costs, SAP offers, yeah, as a part of this business suite softwares, the supplier relationship management solution is an integrated procure to pay solution that automates core procurement process. Okay, so that involves the supplier relationship management will have the all the requisition and purchase order management, the supplier collaborations, and the spend reporting, supplier I can say supplier qualification and evaluation, and centralized sourcing, centralized contracts, everything is possible. So the SRM enables a role-based user-friendly interfaces that provides enterprise-wide access to procurement informations and process regarding suppliers, contracts, purchase orders, etc. So the initiative interface can be personalized to carry out specific jobs and tasks, and therefore I can say increasing the efficiency and effectiveness, thereby resulting in an overall improvement in user experience. So actually I can say actually the in SRM we have the role based procurement solutions are available that will help the people actually to understand, so which role which person has to do everything, right? Actually it is predetermined. So in actually it is not actually we need to provide, but in SRM we have the predetermined. It's a supplier oriented, buyer oriented, and approver kind of thing, because actually they have a they each and every role will have a different set of activities. Based on that only they can able to create a shopping cart, approve shopping cart, edit shopping cart, creating POs and everything, right? And posting goods receipt, right? Actually, all these things, confirmations and everything, they are calling in SRM. So, in a nutshell, actually, SRM enables the following key procurement process: self-service procurement, plan-driven procurement, service procurement, and this catalog procurement or management, centralized resourcing, centralized contracts, supplier collaboration, supplier qualification and evaluation, operational reporting. Right. Operational procurement involves SAP SRM application helps drive the operational procurement organization with the tools to carry out self-service, plan-driven, and service procurement activities. Okay, that is important. And self-service procurement, right? That composes the self. This, I mean, I can say the functionality empowers the company employees to manage their requirements via user-friendly, role-based, and web interface, therefore reduces the burden on procurement team and delivers efficiency in the process chain, right, in the throughout the procurement process chain. So with this application, the users can create their own shopping carts by searching and selecting the items from an online catalog that has contracted items in there. And the users also have the option of adding descriptions, items to their shopping carts, as well as copying items from the existing carts for buying, copying items from the existing shopping cart templates. And the user can also create a material or service shopping carts, that is internal goods and or services. Service carts can be either planned or unplanned services. The later I mean the later services, right, actually, I can say the later in the sense, actually, I can say the limited limit shopping cart. So it have some we need to set some limit, right? So those kind of shopping carts are also available. So I mean, during the creation of shopping carts, the user can perform accounting and budget validation activities, as well as check stock availability in the backend inventory applications such as ECC or S4 or any R3 applications, right? And if the stock is available, the system is configured to generate a reservation, therefore prevent the creation of purchase order in this situation. The user can create the shopping carts on behalf of other users, like secretary making all of the shopping carts for the assigned departments and everything, right? So these are the I can say important solutions that SRM is providing, right? We have different type of shopping carts available. Even actually we have I can say MDM, actually one application which is integrated with SRM. Say actually during the shopping carts we are ordering items to add some pictures related to a procurement item. So we can add the some diagrams or related to kind of some diagrammatic pictures or something. We can add that. So those kind of things are also possible. Okay, and the SRM application helps users track their shopping carts as well. Okay, so the shopping carts once created gets routed automatically through an approval process. SRM has a robust approval functionality that can be configured or customized in a compliance with approved procurement policies, resulting in transparent approval mechanism. In addition, automating governance like SOX governance, approvals or rejections can be performed by the managers via emails, PDAs, personal digital assistants, everything, right? BlackBerry devices, or by logging on to the SRM applications. That is also possible. And managers, I can say, can add the notes as a time of approval or rejection also. That is also possible. It depends on the manager's individual decisions. So also it is possible to manually add approvers or reviewers over and above the system determined approvers and reviewers. A comprehensive substitution functionality provides a mechanism to deal with manager approval during the exceptional situations like vacation times and everything. So that is called actually say one if a particular approver or a user is going on leave, so in his absence we can add some other user as a substitution till is back to office, right? Actually, so the substituted user can approve on his behalf on the absence of users. So that is possible. Say it is mainly in case of say top level approvals, right? Actually, say without delaying the processing of particular documents, shopping carts, POs, and everything. So we can add this even in our R3 or ECC or Esporana. We are having these functionalities, right? Actually, substitution functionality for approving the cards and POs. Okay, so this is a functionality provides a mechanism to deal with the manager's approval during the exceptional situations like vacation times. Now we have plan driven procurement. I mentioned, right? Actually, we lot of procurement types are available. So the plan driven procurement enables the integration of incoming requirements demands from multiple external systems like non-SAP or SAP ERP systems with the plant maintenance, project systems, or production planning systems. So SRM application can receive purchase requisition from these systems and carry out automatic or manual requirements, right? So all these things can be possible. So SAP say if you have implemented SAP SRM in your company, right? So so you can get actually say requisition from plant maintenance, PP, and then project systems, right? So all this actually deals with requirement generation. So normally, right, actually I mean work order from the project applications, and then it will create on release of WBS and everything, or the particular projects and everything. It will generate on purchase request, and it will be sent to the to your SRM system, and the sourcing cockpit will receive that, and then it will create a demand manager management, and then actually RFXs will be created, and it is linked with the contract, right? And this results in purchase order converting the purchase orders, and the purchase order will be sent to the supplier, and thereby supplier will send the material. You are doing postings, confirmation, or say goods receipt in your organization. So for the supplier, once you send the purchase order, so it will generate one sales order. So with respect to the all these things, actually once the supplier sends some material, right, you will do doing confirmations or goods receipt and invoice. So this is about the normal process, and so you are doing actually the regular procurement, right? So this is one thing. And say in a regular, right, actually regular kind of thing, say normally a purchase request will be created, and then say normally, right, actually the shopping cart will be created, approving shopping carts, and then creating the purchase orders from that, and then actually it will be sent to the supplier. Once the supplier sends the goods, then actually you will doing confirm purchase orders from the, I mean normally supplier will do confirm purchase order, and then send advance shipping notifications, and then ship goods to your location, and you are receiving the material and enter the goods receipt, and then actually the supplier will send the customer invoice and send to your company, and you are verifying and approve the invoices, and processing the payments. So this is how actually normal flow will work, right? Actually this is a kind of procurement process. So the planned procurement will help you to integrate PP, project systems, and the plant maintenance, everything. And when coming to the service procurement, okay, so the service procurement normally deals with the SRM, helps you to manage the procurement resources and monitor cost of for a wide range of services commonly used for commonly used across major industries. Typically these are complex categories that are undefined in quantity, duration, and price at the point of purchase. So the category example include temporary or a contract labor, construction, IT, and maintenance. All these things. Moreover, deliverable and milestone based or time based, I can say, contracts, right? So those are different actually. So the milestone based, or actually it can be, I mean, once the level can be finished, actually you are billing the particular completion actually, right? Actually say each stage you are sending the invoice, and the customer will, or a customer you are or a person who is enjoying your services will receive the invoice and do payment to you. So that is the importance. So that is what category examples include temporary or contract labor, construction, IT, and maintenance. Moreover, the deliverable and milestone based or time based are the examples. For example, in a category of temporary labor, a deliverable would be the completion of a project or working a specified number of hours. So this is about the deliverable things. And SAP SRM procurement provides streamlined requisitioning through a services-based catalog, plan-driven request, and service master integration. And SAP SRM provides a collaborative negotiation platform for both buyers and suppliers through the sourcing of complex service requisitions created in SAP ERP applications. So those containing service hierarchies in the ERP system, demand aggregations and service sourcing activities takes place in SAP SRM. SRM service procurement also provides enhanced supplier enablement for service related activities via the self-service portals SUS. Purchase orders are issued by buying company and serviced by the suppliers in a collaborative manner. So the buyer is able to manually enter the quantity, price, and delivered date as needed. They are also able to display the purchase orders response details from the supplier and verify whether there are difference between the purchase orders and purchase order response. Additionally, service order confirmations and invoices can be entered directly by the suppliers, right? So these are the major advantages of the service, means self-service procurement. So everything will be managed by the user community. So that is about actually the service procurement. And I can say the service procurement actually say the shopping carts only once created get routed automatically through an approval process. SRM has a robust approval functionality that can be configured or customized in a compliance with approved procurement policies, resulting in transparent approval mechanisms. In addition, automating governance like SOX governance, approvals, or rejections can be performed by managers via emails, PDAs, and BlackBerry devices, or by logging on to the SRM application manager can add their notes at the time of approval or rejection. Also, it is possible to manually add approvers or reviewers over and above the system determined approvers and reviewers. And the comprehensive substitution functionality provides a mechanism to deal with the manager approvals during the exceptional situations like vacation time and everything, right? So I already mentioned this. And now actually we have a kind of procurement called catalog management, right? So the catalog based, I can say, requisitioning help to avoid the bias by buying end users and enforce complaints for contracted suppliers and preferred goods and services across the enterprises. So that is also one of the best buying options, right? So the catalog based requisitioning can be carried out both from SRM and ERP system. So their connectivity is enabled via SRM ERP systems via Open Catalog interface, so simply called OCA protocol. Okay, the robust SAP MDM catalog user interface and the powerful search engine therein allow the requisitioning users to easily search and finish goods and services. Users can search by keywords, filter search results, which helps and use rich parametric data for the detailed specifications. Images, side by side comparison help visually identify the right items without searching in more detail like in SAP, right? So we have the usual such options is available using the small photos of the particular items. So identify the right items and add them quickly to the shopping cart. Robust catalog management tools reduce the cost for managing the data and allow catalog administrators to import, update, approve, maintain, and activate catalogs. Data modeling and mapping functions helps ensure you that your catalog content is optimized for the end user such experiences. And the MDM catalog system provides a selective product access to the various users based on their view assignments in the systems. Okay, so these are the important things. So source of informations or catalog product and say hierarchy from the um, suppliers, and then product contracts and suppliers, and from the SRM backend system ERP, and purchase informations records and contracts from the ERP backend systems. So these are the examples of open catalog interface, which is through the catalog can be determined. So mapping and I can say mapping and enriching imported product centers in the catalog management systems, and which can be achieved using the OC open catalog interface protocol. So in procurement system we have search items in catalog and use catalog items in procurement. For example, the transfer to shopping carts, etc., and ordering items from the catalog for SAP SRM options. And SRM creates a purchase order items and updates the SRM contracts. Okay, that is one important thing actually we need to note. And so SRM ERP systems can also connect with the open catalog interface, enabled catalog systems available in the market. Therefore, we can refer to as a punch out catalogs. The main difference here lies is the responsibility of maintaining the catalog systems. Punch out catalogs are maintained by the supplier who provides the buying company with the connectivity parameters and everything. So these are the important options we are finding it. And then actually we have this I can say centralized resourcing, right? Actually centralized resourcing helps the SRM to reduce the procurement costs and procurement cycle times, and also improve the transparency of operational sourcing process. Purchases can also use a sourcing cockpit, a centralized workbench for operational sourcing activities. It is a buyer dashboard that enables procurement team to conveniently bundle up the requisitions and shopping carts to generate purchase orders and contracts. The sourcing cockpit also offers the buyers to initiate a competitive RFQ, that is request for quotations, and bidding and or live, that is reverse auctions process with multiple suppliers to drive savings. The buyer can then compare and award bids electronically to make sourcing faster and more efficient. And the solution enables the buyer to identify and realize the significant cost savings, and with the supplier competition driving better prices, right? So these are the few options. And then actually is if we have say in ERP, right, purchase requisition is generated, so it will be sent to your company as a request aggregation. And then actually the from the ECC, the PR will be sent, will be updated as a RFX, and then auction, and then actually this converted as a supplier award. and then actually that will be again convert as a purchase order in the ERP, and will be finally sent as a contract, okay, in ERP system. Upon receiving the shopping cart approval from the various managers in the approval chain, the SAP SRM application automatically sends the shopping cart to the sourcing cockpit, provided the shopping cart needs to be sourced. However, there are instances of approved shopping carts automatically becoming purchase orders, like for instance a catalog shopping cart that has already been sourced with the supplier name and filled with the contracted prices, and in this case the shopping cart does not go to the sourcing cockpit at all. However, in the accessible to the buyer for the later review or update, okay. Among other things, RFX bidding can be carried out over the multiple rounds of bidding. The participating suppliers can be permitted to modify their bids, as well as they can be permitted to submit their codes in the alternative currencies. Surrogate bidding. So surrogate means actually you are say you are taking some activity from the others, right? Actually, and make it as your own thing. So just a kind of transfer, mutual transfer of some activities. Surrogacy, right? Actually, I mean, I don't want to go very deep into that. So surrogacy, so kind of thing. So surrogate bidding is allowed where in the buyer can enter the bid values in cases wherein the supplier cannot send in the bid electronically. The bidding system can be made to work with the SAP C folders application that enables collaboration of design specification documents. So SRM live auction process offers the bidders to enter the live auction cockpit to participate in the auction process. Apart from submitting their bids, the bids can have live chat with the buyer, and they can monitor the auction activity, like the best bid and where to do they stand, etc. So the SRM buyer can perform comparative analysis of the submitted bids by using weighted average scores. If the buyer discretion, however, to award the piece of work to the supplier, the decision need not to be simplify the price base, right? So that is again actually one of the advantages where actually SRM is taking place actually, or where can be opted in a regular environment, okay. And these are the important thing. And in centralized, I can say, the SAP SRM supports centralized contract management and decentralized fulfillment, enabling procurement organization to develop central contracts that help to drive a compliance across the company. So the central repository for central contracts is available in SAP SRM and multiple backend SAP solutions. A central contract in SAP SRM can be used as a source of supply in parallel in both SAP SRM and SAP ERP, providing the opportunity to attain better volume discounts through contract release aggregations. Right? With SAP SRM applications, it is possible to set up a complex discount type for contracts such as value, discount, quantity, step ladder discounts, group discounts, and rebates based on the accumulated release values. It is also possible to manage the renegotiation of terms for contracts that are about to expire, rule-based approval workflows, version control drive, the contract authorizations, and contract release strategy, which enhances the procurement department ability to enforce contract compliance and promote contract usage. So SAP SRM enhanced and improved the contract distributions of central contracts through the efficient grouping of contract line items across different locations in SAP ERP applications. It is also possible to make across the landscapes contract updates online and offline with user-friendly mass change functionalities. And based on the goods or service required, SAP SRM identifies the optimal contract for the request, taking into account price, delivery time, volume, and location. When the user creates a shopping cart, the SRM system automatically lists all of those contract line items and satisfy the requirement of the shopping cart item. The SRM offers flexibility in setting operational contracts and allowing payment terms and currency at the distribution level, multiple alert thresholds for the expiry dates or expiration dates, and target dates or release values or quantities. Exchange rate thresholds on the contract, contract level help the business or to control and mitigate the currency fluctuation risk in the coming days. So these are the important advantages of SAP SRM over the ECC kind of thing, right? So in ECC we are not having that much functionalities, and supplier collaboration is very important. The SAP Supplier Collaboration SUS portal enables the collaboration between employees. I can say members of a professional procurement team and suppliers from all the purchase phases of procurement process, including collaboration for sourcing, order management, shipment, and invoicing. The SUS portal functionality supports and enhances supplier relationship while making integration with the supplier of all sizes economical and manageable, and it improves visibility into the sourcing, ordering, and shipment process. With SUS applications, suppliers do not need their own solution to supply goods and services. All that is needed is direct internet access to the purchase procurement solution through a web browser. So the supplier self services, right? Supplier self services SUS, right? So it's a web based portal enables electronic exchange of business documents with the SRM or ERP, like the purchase order, confirmations, advance shipping notifications, or invoices. It also reduces drastically the time it takes to process the content of the particular documents. With the access of SUS supplier self-service portals, the suppliers can view SRM or ERP purchase orders, send the purchase orders, response to the purchase order in SRM or ERP systems, create confirmations or advance shipping notification, and create invoices based on ASN on purchase orders. And supplier advance shipping notification results in the automatic generation of an inbound delivery in the ERP system, which is in turn is posted as a goods receipt on the actual receipt of the goods. Okay, that is also one important thing. Actually, SRM is supporting. Okay, that helps you to integrate with the ECC. And the supplier qualification and evaluation. So SAP SRM offers a web-based tool for potential suppliers to register themselves with a buyer or a buying company by filling out an online application form. In response, the buying company sends out a product category depending on or depend or independent questionnaire to the potential supplier. The purchaser reviews that the provided information to pre-screen the supplier, resulting in the approval or rejection of the supplier. Once a supplier is approved by the purchaser, the supplier is entitled to participate in bidding and auction events. And however, in order for the purchase order to enable and generate to an external procurement documents like PO for the supplier, the purchase order need to be transferred the accepted supplier to the SRM, SUS, and ERP systems. The SAP SRM helps procurement operational teams manage supplier relationships more effectively with the tools to assimilate supply data, measure performance, and drive optimal supply based solutions. The purchaser can access the supplier information from sourcing cycles and quantitative data from the procurement transaction, such as purchase order, goods receipt, and invoices. SRM provides web survey functionalities to collect data from users from the various steps in the procurement process. For example, information on packaging, quality goods during the goods receipt process. So that is a SRM will definitely have a web survey functionality to collect the data from the users through the various steps in the procurement process. For example, information on packaging or quality of goods during the goods receipt process. And it is possible to set up a key performance indicators like price, service level, quality in a hierarchical weighted structure that is called a supplier evaluation or vendor evaluation, right? With the weighted structure, we are assigning the some certain marks or some weightage points to the each criteria, right? Based on this, vendors are can be evaluated. So, quantitative and qualitative web survey information can be interpreted interpreted in SAP BW, producing consolidated supplier evaluation scores based on the weightings, right? So we have main criteria and sub criteria. Each main criteria will be supported with a supportive or sub criteria, weighting criteria, right? It is possible to allow the suppliers to access evaluation data to promote joint performance management and everything, right? So these are the few advantages in not few, many advantages in SRM. And operational reporting is one among the advantages. The SRM provides a procurement team with visibility into sourcing and procurement transactions with pre-packaged reports and queries. It is possible to capture consolidated and present procurement data from across SAP landscapes for both SRM and ERP system. In addition, there exists a SAP NetWeaver support for BI data extractors and mapping with SAP Enterprise Portal and SAP SRM. For example, top five vendor reports will be drilled down, right? So now actually we have seen all the features of SRM, and the important part is the SRM deployment scenarios. So we have different SAP SRM deployment scenarios we can see in a separate video, because it's very important. Say we have classic scenario, extended classic scenario, and then standalone or decoupled scenarios. Four scenarios where we are implementing SAP SRM in general, right? Actually, which one is better, which one is very useful. So that is again actually it depends on your company requirement, or the if you are a consulting company, the company you are implementing can understand, and based on the requirement only you are going to suggest the which solution, right? Classic or extended classic or decouple or a standalone kind of thing, right? Actually that again depends on the your business users and the business process they are following, and the cost they are going to involve in the SAP SRM projects. So this is a big topic again, so I like to discuss in a separate video, and actually we are already crossing the 38 minutes in our video. Thanks friends, I hope the details I have given is very useful. This is GB Shokmar signing off.